Caitlyn Jenner lands new job at Fox News.
For more on this, I want to bring in Caitlyn Jenner because I want to get your thoughts on what's unfolding.
Well, now we'll be hearing lots more from Caitlyn Jenner because the former...
You know what's so interesting is that like Caitlyn Jenner is a conservative trans woman. And I understand why it upsets some people that Caitlyn Jenner exists, though I've never really heard anything that she said that's particularly problematic, honestly. Maybe I'm just ill-informed, but like her take on trans women in sports is like fine. I mean, trans women have a biological advantage, so we already know this. Or they tend to. At least once they go through a male puberty. What's interesting, though, is people will be like, well, this is just their token conservative trans woman. And that might be true. That might be true. But we have to understand that, like, a token conservative trans woman in the realm of things, in the scope of things, is still progress. Fox News is embracing trans people. You know? So there's the positive side. Fox News is becoming slightly less transphobic. Isn't she against gay marriage? Oh, I think that she might be. Yeah, that's pretty stupid and also a little weird. But I mean, I don't know how I would feel about that. I don't know how that clashes with her identity. Okay. But, okay.
Former Olympian has landed herself a new job at Fox
Woo,
News.
I wish it was a nude job. That'd be sexy. You still got the penis, Caitlyn? I'd love to see it.
Okay.
They're going well.
The news outlet announced on Thursday that Caitlyn's joining their team as a contributor. Fox News Media CEO Suzanne
Why did you choose that picture of Caitlyn? So disrespectful.
Scott thinks she'll be a perfect fit on...
Like, you know what you're doing there, bro. She acts like only rich trans people can exist. Imagine exist having all the surgeries like Blair White. What do you mean by that? Because I feel like I feel like that's not true. Like, okay, there's an issue in the trans community where obviously it's very difficult to be like what we'd consider passable, right? You usually have to have a lot of like financial resources to be able to get surgeries. Of course. And that's like a whole conversation about how we should cover, I guess gender affirming surgeries. But Blair White, I don't care about Blair White right now because it's irrelevant. Did Caitlyn Jenner like say that trans women that don't have access to equipment or the ability to have like gender affirming surgery are less than? Did she ever say that? Or are people just mad at her because she has the privilege of having like the resources to be able to transition more effectively than most trans women? You know what I mean? Like, I feel like some things that she says I feel like some people take what she's saying out of context intentionally. I'm just saying, bro.
On the team, and sharing in a statement, quote, Caitlyn's story is an inspiration to us all. She is a trailblazer in the LGBTQ plus community, and her illustrious career spans a variety of fields that will be a tremendous asset for our audience.
I'm surprised, bro. I'm surprised. This is actually very trans affirming for Fox News. This feels like an incredible risk at Fox News. Like, okay, holy moly.
Her first official appearance?
Fox is lying? Who cares? Like, if you don't agree, who gives a shit? Fox News is platforming a trans woman and affirming trans women. Like, what? Like, you can bitch and moan and cry all that you want that it's Caitlyn Jenner, but it's happening. Like, here's the question I want to ask you right now. Who do you think is doing... like, you're going to hate this fucking question. Who do you think is a better trans activist? The leftists who are just shouting at their own audience that already agrees with them that trans people are valid, or Caitlyn Jenner existing in a historically bigoted space? Caitlyn Jenner is unironically like a trans trailblazer, the first trans woman I'm assuming on Fox. That's dude. Caitlyn Jenner is actually a better activist than most people. Her existence is activism. Her existence is activism, bro. Wow, that's crazy. That's gonna upset so many fucking people, but it is so true. They picked her because she's the only trans conservative with some fame. Okay, like they usually pick everybody that they choose for Fox News is famous in some capacity. Fox is just looking to stir the hate pot. I don't think you can make that argument. I don't think you can make that argument, bro. Crazy, bro. You got to practice GED test on the 19th. Good for you, brother. Make sure you study.
On Thursday's Hannity, a show she's appeared on in the past.
First of all, I got a gift.
Thank you. What is it?
I know.
love gifts.
We're into the face mask thing out here. And
You think that Sean Hannity sanitized that gift because he thinks trans women are gross?
California, so I thought I would get you one.
Hannity supports Caitlyn. He's not allowed to. He's on the news.
As for how Kate...
Wait, what was that?
I thought I would get you one.
Hannity supports Caitlyn. He's not allowed to. He's on the news.
Wait. Recall Gavin Newsom? I don't understand.
As for how Caitlyn feels, well, the 72-year-old TV personality shared her excitement.
Caitlyn Jenner killed someone in a car accident? Okay. If it was an accident, I don't know what to tell you. It sounds terrible, but what would you like them to do to Caitlyn? Kill her? Like, that's really terrible. That's terrible, but was it intentional?
On Instagram, writing, quote, I am humbled by this unique opportunity to speak directly to Fox News' millions of viewers about a range of issues that are important to the American people.
Incredible.
It's been great.
And Kate's new gig should come as no surprise. As an outspoken conservative, she's been a Fox News guest many times.
Right now, we have an epidemic of crime in this state. My problem
It's a crime for you to look that good, Caitlyn. Am I right?
that I have here is with the NCAA, really going all the way up to the Olympic Committee. Well, I support Joe Rogan. I like his show. He speaks his own mind. This used to be a free speech country.
I agree. I support Joe Rogan as well. He says some sussy things sometimes, but he's open to criticism, so I respect him. And I mean, like, it's so weird how that's a hot take nowadays. Like, people are fucking embarrassing. I'm really tired of people just like having meltdowns every time I say something that they just disagree with slightly. Like, you have a fucking meltdown. Like, Joe Rogan's the worst person in the world. Meanwhile, like, you fucking like you steal candy bars or something from your job. You know what I mean? Like, you do bad things too. So shut up. It's not a big deal. As long as he's open to criticism and shit, which he is. He usually tries to talk to people. Usually, sometimes he could be a little fucking thick-headed, but hey, that's life. But
Before we got into this cancel culture,
She's so invested in politics that she even threw her hat into the California governor race last year.
boy, the ball started rolling really fast.
Joe Rogan's really chill, but sometimes he gets a bit too attached to opinions that might be wrong. Yeah, I think everybody does that, though. You know. No.
We are like becoming officially a campaign.
Like, it needs to be called out, but you know, we don't have to kill ourselves. You know what I mean?
Look at this, Caitlyn for California.
Wow.
Though her run was unsuccessful.
And I was able to assemble a great team, great group of people. And
Wow.
I have to thank all
How
of
you subscribe? Oh, Exclamation Prime in the chat allows you to utilize a free sub if you have Amazon Prime. So,
them.
Thanks to Caitlyn's new gig, she'll be back on television discussing
Nice. She
the
looks
issues
high.
most important to her. But there's one place you definitely won't see her: on her famous family's new Hulu reality series, The Kardashians.
wow.
I am very
Why? Because it's too. They don't want Caitlyn on there. Why?
excited to have another baby. 2 of my daughters are being considered for
They probably said that Caitlyn can't be on the show because she's not a palatable trans woman.
cover of American Vogue.
I probably would have murdered Kendall myself. It was between the two of us.
Of course, Caitlyn appeared in most seasons of the fam's first series, Keeping Up with the Kardashians.
Are you going over?
Good for her, but her takes are not progressive. That's usually what conservatives do. You know, I feel like trying to like pigeonhole Caitlyn into being progressive is transphobic, honestly. Because like not all people are one person, you know what I mean? Like the trans people aren't. There's not a monolith. Like it's not all the same. You could think for yourself too. She definitely has a different experience. You could definitely criticize her, but she's still a person. So it's ridiculous that people shit on her for like not being progressive enough. You know.
In a minute, I'm gonna go use the ladies' room.
Need any help?
Sure, come on, Jenner.
This is a first. Let's go.
But there's no hard feelings. Earlier this month, the reality star tweeted, "I was there when this started from day one. I watched it grow, and doing the show for almost 20 seasons was one of the highlights of my life. To be able to work with my family for all those..."
Hey, thank you so much for the sub, brother.
years, connect with fans. It was incredible. Happy that it continues for my family.
It's been the most amazing year.
And for now, Caitlyn has
That's it. It's been the most amazing year. That's the only part that they clipped.
a lot on her plate. Not only her new TV gig, but she also recently welcomed her 20th grandchild. And she
Bro, that's the biggest crime. You guys gotta stop having fucking babies, you fucking degenerates.
says, keep them coming.
Yesterday, I
Ew, you want babies to come? Caitlyn Jenner's a pedophile.
actually got a little picture in there. My 20th grandchild came. It is just, it's amazing. You know, I have 10 kids. Now
That's
we're
many
up
kids.
to 20
We should put a cap on people being able to have kids, you know?
grandchildren. Yes, little Goldie. Goldie Brooklyn Jenner came into the world just this week. Kylie had hers just a month ago. So we're up to 20. I tell the girls I'm going for 30. Do it. I love a good number, and I think 30's, you know, pretty good. Yeah.
I can't even remember 20 names, Joe. All right, interesting stuff, dude. Interesting stuff. Very cool. Thank you so much for watching, guys. And another special shout out to all my Patreon and Twitch subs. If you'd like to support this channel further than you already have by just watching the video alone, go down to the links below where you can sub on my Patreon, which will allow you to get your name on this beautiful black wall. Or you can go to the Twitch page and you can actually use a free Amazon Prime sub, if you have Amazon Prime, to subscribe. Thank you very much, guys. Take care.